I'm currently 20 years old, and in the last 3 years since I've started doing business, I've probably had about 10 different businesses. And this is my brutally honest advice to you if you're looking to launch a business in the near future. A couple of the things I want to cover are pretty much all mental. It's just in your brain. Hopefully, this video is going to give you that little bit of the push that you need to actually start the business that you want to start. When you first thought about your product, you were probably over the moon. You had this rush of dopamine. You were super excited, thinking about how many sales you could make with it, how much money you can generate with it, etc. And then you started looking into your product a little bit more, or service, whatever it is that you're going to provide. And you started noticing some holes. You started noticing, what if this goes wrong? Or what if that goes wrong? What if my ad account gets banned? Or whatever stuff crossed your mind during that period. You started to lack certainty. And that's where all the doubt comes in. Because let me ask you something right now, and if you answer honestly, then you'll get the same answer that I'm thinking of. If you believed 1,000,000% that whatever business that you were going to launch was going to work and you were going to be successful from it, would you not be working on it right now instead of watching this video? Like, honestly. The answer to that is probably, not even probably, it's yes. If you believed in it 1,000,000%, you would be working on it right now. And then the question comes, how do you believe in a business 100%? Like, how do you believe something's going to work 100%? My answer to that is you don't. You never really know 100% just because of all of the variables, all of the shit that could go wrong. You could go into a partnership today with someone that you trust, right? A best friend or maybe a distant relative, whoever it may be. And you may be so sure, so certain that this business model is going to work, and you end up going into business and that person betrays you, or they pull out of something that they said that they were actually going to go ahead and do for you. So you can never be 100% sure. But at the same time, what's the alternative? Sure, you may not be 100% convinced that this is actually going to work, but what's the alternative? What do you do if you're not doing this? Look for another business model? And I know this is probably what you're doing because I've done the same shit, right? So you look for a different business model, you get excited, dopamine, and then you start noticing the holes within that business model, and you start thinking, oh shit, I'm not certain about this one too. So here's the advice that I want to give specifically on that. Fuck being 100% certain with the business model if it's going to work. As long as you have certainty in the fact that, okay, you know what? This is a service that people need, and I'm going to do my best to make it the best service that they ever get, and I'm going to do my best to market it in every way I can. That's all the certainty you need. If something goes wrong during it, fuck it. It's a lesson learned. I've failed so many businesses, like so many businesses. But the good thing is, and that brings me to my next point, I've never had to invest huge sums of money into any business that I've done. Now, that's thanks to me doing businesses online, but if you know, you can actually end up spending a lot of money on even building an online business, because there are people out there charging ridiculous prices for different things. There are softwares that are so expensive, it will fucking blow your mind. But I never did that. I always tried to keep it as low cost as possible because I assumed, you know what, if this is going to make me money, I can probably make money with it without having to blow my entire bank account. So that's the first thing. The fact that you are not doing it right now because you're uncertain, there's more factors than just one thing that plays on that. And one of those things is, what if you have to invest money, and what if you lose the money that you invest? So when you come to that bit, here's how I like to think about it, right? I like to keep the costs as low as possible, like I've just said. But what that allows you to do is to be more relaxed, right? You're a bit more relaxed, you're a bit more risk tolerant, and that's what's going to push you to actually go ahead and start that business, because you need that tolerance of risk. Let me ask you a question. Let's hypothetically say you right now, you had about like 10k in the bank, right? Just hypothetically. and you came across this new business opportunity and you wanted to launch it, and it was going to cost you $9,500. Like, you wrote it down, done the whole price breakdown thing. Okay, software is this much, we're going to spend this much on ads, this much on funnel, blah, 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 whatever it is. Bro, it's going to be very hard for you to pull that fucking trigger. It's going to be very, very hard for you to do so. However, if you have 10K and it's going to cost you $1,000 to launch the business with all of the costs involved, you are doing that. And the good thing is, with pretty much all of the businesses that I've launched, you can get some proof of concept for your business or product by just doing it for free. I'll give you an example. I'm going to give you brain dead examples of how you can do this shit that I'm telling you, right? So let's hypothetically say you were looking to launch I don't know. Like, you were looking to resell shoes. The only investment they obviously are going to need is to actually have the shoes in hand. But there's even a way around that. For example, you could just post the pictures of the shoes, get a buyer, and then once they pay you, go ahead and source the shoes for cheaper. But that's not really the point of what I'm trying to explain here. So let's say you're selling shoes. You can find out if there is a demand without investing thousands of dollars into, oh yeah, let me get 30 pairs in case I sell them all in one day. No. And the way that you do that is, there's actually multiple ways, right? You could post a shoe onto your story, your Instagram story, and just say, yeah, I've got this in hand, like these XYZ sizes, let me know if you need it. And if people reach out to you, well, hey, now you know there's a fucking demand, so you should probably get stocked up and start selling some of these. You could apply what I've just told you into pretty much any business model. Social media marketing agency, let's say your niche was chiropractors. I know people fucking love that niche. Without spending a penny on ads, you can just start reaching out to like 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 chiropractors. And if you get responses and people are showing like an inclination to want to work with you, that's proof. Now you can go ahead and scale whatever it is. Like, if you're going to pay for, I forgot what it was called now, but like some email software where you can send out emails. If you were going to run ads on it, you can now go ahead and do that because you've got that bit of proof. You now see, okay, this could potentially work. Try to keep your risk as possible because things like that are actually going to help you go ahead and take that risk and start those businesses. Now, I want to talk to you about something else. Right now, you do have that little bit of anxiety when you think about starting your business, taking all that responsibility upon yourself, having to do so many things. You don't have a boss to tell you what to do. You're on your own time. If you don't put in the work, you don't eat. All of these different things. Even if it doesn't work out, like you go ahead and do it and it doesn't work out, looking back on it now, just from experience, I have learned so much from just starting business after business, right? That now that I'm launching my new thing, because of all of that experience that I have, all of that knowledge that I've gained, I feel so much more confident. Matter of fact, I would say I'm probably 99.9% sure, certain that what I'm gonna put out there is gonna do well. I don't really see it failing because I'm making it bulletproof. But if this was my first business I ever launched, shit, I might not make it 25% as good as it's gonna be. So my point to you is, let's fail quickly. If it's gonna fail, right? It's better to fail quickly than fail slow, right? Don't execute on one idea in fucking 10 years. Execute on 10 ideas in fucking 1 year. If it needs to be the case. So fail quickly, learn, take all of your lessons from your previous experiences, put them into your new experiences, and you're going to keep getting better. That's how pretty much anything works. If you do YouTube, go ahead and look back at the YouTubers. Go onto their channel pages, look how oldest, and you'll be able to see the oldest videos. They were improving video by video. But if they were overthinking the single video that they're going to post, like the first ever video that they're going to put out there, who knows? Maybe none of them would be where they are today. But yeah, I guess my final piece of advice to you is start that business. Do it with as low risk as you can. Keep positive. It's going to be difficult, but you knew that already. Otherwise, you wouldn't even think about starting a business. Fail fast. And genuinely, just try to keep all of the experiences that you've had between whatever business it is that you're building and whatever it is that you're going to build next after this one. Learn, evolve as an entrepreneur. If you apply all of your lessons that you've learned, you're just going to get better. And eventually, it may be this business, it may be your next business, but you will reach the levels of success that you want to reach. And that's my guarantee to you. So that being said, that's been all from me. I hope you found great value in this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below if you have any questions. But yeah, that's it from me for today. Take care.